A disoriented Donald Trump dropped a nasty bomb in front of a very bored audience. Now, it's not what you think. What I mean is he once again brought up the term nasty and said women are being nasty to him. Trump loves using that term to describe women, not men. So let's talk about what happened. Donald Trump held a, quote, press conference at Palm Beach, Florida, and he was an hour late, even though the event was at his house. Okay, so first just visualize that. The event is at his house, and he's an hour late. It's supposedly to take questions. That's why you call it a press conference. Trump didn't take a single question. He made a statement and then walked away. The audience was audibly and visibly bored. And Trump started by going at Michelle Obama, saying she's just being so nasty to Trump. If you're a woman and you don't lay down and let Trump walk all over you, he believes that you're being nasty.
Remember when I met with Obama, his wife was very nasty to me the other day. That was not nice. She was very nasty. She said nasty things. I was always very respectful of her, but she got up there, which shows you how nervous they are about what's happening. But she was nasty 2 days ago. She got up and said some bad things she shouldn't have said. They were wrong, too. But we're going to turn our country around and...
Okay, so Michelle Obama is being nasty to Trump insofar as she's campaigning against him and making the case that Kamala Harris would be a better president. It's nasty, nasty. Now, one of the most disturbing things to come out of this press conference at which there were no questions taken was that Donald Trump reminded us if he wins in just a few days, he will attempt to deport legal immigrants to the United States. Legal immigrants. Okay, we can have the conversation about those who are here undocumented. He plans to deport legal immigrants.
In Ohio, they dropped 32,000 illegal aliens. They tried to give them legal terminology, but it's not. Illegal aliens, 32,000 into a 50,000 person town. Beautiful town, no problems. And now they don't know what to do.
Okay. First of all, Trump says 32,000 illegal immigrants. He recognizes that's not true. They're not here illegally. The immigrants, the Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, are here legally with something called temporary protected status. Now, Trump and some others have said they shouldn't have temporary protected status. We should get rid of that, and then we should deport them. Well, you can argue that that should be changed if that's your view. But the idea that Kamala Harris did this or Joe Biden did this temporary protected status framework has been around since the early 1990s. It has nothing to do with Obama. It has nothing to do with Biden. It has nothing to do with Kamala Harris. But what Trump is saying here, as he did with the Iran deal, we got into the Iran deal under Obama. Iran, as far as we knew, was abiding by the Iran deal. Trump gets out of it. We can't be trusted under Trump to just stick to what we say we will do. And similarly, Trump is saying, okay, they may have this bogus legal status right now. I don't think it's legitimate, and I plan to try to get it revoked. J.D. Vance has talked about this. Donald Trump has talked about this. They claim to be for law and order, but what they plan to do is actually to circumvent the law, to deport legal immigrants to the United States. It's disgusting and it's deplorable. Donald Trump weighed in during the press conference at which he took no questions about what happened at Madison Square Garden on Sunday evening, the fiasco. Much like what Trump said about the January 6th riots, that it was a love fest, he said it about the event at Madison Square Garden. The event at Madison Square Garden was very clearly a hate fest.
I don't think anybody has ever seen anything like what happened the other night at Madison Square Garden. The love in that room. It was breathtaking, and you could have filled it many, many times with the people that were unable to get in. But politicians that have been doing this for a long time, 30 and 40 years, said there's never been an event so beautiful. It was like a love fest, an absolute love fest, and it was my honor to be involved. And hopefully, they started to say, Well, in 1939, the Nazis used Madison Square Garden. Well, and you know what? But can you imagine it? In 1939, the Nazis, they would. But how terrible to say, right? Because, they've used Madison Square Garden many times. Many people have used it, but nobody's ever had a crowd like that. And I tell you what, right now, nobody's ever had love like that. That was love in the room, and it was love for our country.
Where was there more love? The January 6th riots or at the Madison Square Garden hate rally this past Sunday? Tough to say where there was more love. And then finally, a very tired and visibly exhausted Trump ends his so-called press conference after taking 0 questions.
Thank you.
Oh, God. Anyway, it's, dare I say, Kafkaesque. We will be having a press conference in my own home, so I will be on time. In reality, he's an hour late and takes not a single question. He can't hack it, guys. He can't do it. He doesn't have the energy. He doesn't have the fitness. He doesn't have the capacity. He doesn't have the cognition. He just can't do it. And we need to orient ourselves. I mean, maybe if Trump wins, it's J.D. Vance is the president. That is, they love to say Biden's not really the president. It's really, it's Kamala Harris or it's Obama. Someone else is president. We have no evidence of that whatsoever. Increasingly, especially with Donald Trump deteriorating so quickly. Yesterday, someone showed me a video of Trump campaigning in 2016 and then a video of Trump campaigning in 2024. It's different people. Well, David, he's 8 years older. Yes, but he says that he's fine. Look at the videos from 8 years ago and look at the videos from today. It's just completely unmistakable change, unrecognizable. He can't do it. So when we think about Harris versus Trump, we also have to acknowledge and recognize we're really talking about a J.D. Vance presidency, and that is terrifying. One of our sponsors is Zippix nicotine toothpicks. Don't you think it's time you stopped putting smoke and vape oils in your lungs? Zippix toothpicks are a convenient way to curb the nicotine cravings. Zippix toothpicks are super discreet. You can use them anytime, anywhere smoking and vaping aren't allowed, including flights, sporting events, in restaurants. They're available in 6 different flavors with options of 2 and 3 milligrams of nicotine. If you're not a nicotine user, Zippix also offers caffeine and B12 infused toothpicks. Zippix has already helped tens of thousands of customers ditch the cigarettes, ditch the vapes. They might be able to help you too. If you're a smoker or a vapor, give Zippix toothpicks a try. Your lungs will thank you. Go to zippixtoothpicks.com today. Save 10% with the code PACMAN10 at checkout. Just remember, you must be 21 or older to order. The link is down below.